So yeah, as many of you have seen, this video keeps getting copyright claims from EA, and every time I've gotten them, I've just removed the gameplay that seems to be getting the copyright. And then every time I upload it again, it gets copyrighted on another piece. They aren't showing me every bit that they don't want me to use in it. So I've given up, and I'm just going to upload the audio because I suppose that's the bit that really matters anyway. The video was just a background bit of the stuff that they showed off at the conferences. I hope you enjoy it anyway. So we've just had the EA conference, just pre-E3 for whatever reason. EA has just shown us a good few pieces of their upcoming games. But my personal favourites are of course Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2 and Star Wars Battlefront. Though I wish it was Battlefront 3 so the names matched. But yeah, these are the three games that I'm most excited for, and I don't know if we're going to hear about any more games from EA over the next week or so, but at the moment things are looking really good for game releases this year from them. So starting with Titanfall 2, we got some information. The gameplay looked very cool, so we have new abilities like the grapple hook, which looked like it could cause quite a bit of gameplay changes. It just felt like Just Cause 3, which is pretty cool. The Titans seem to be developed significantly, and with a single player as well, I hope that the game overall feels far more fleshed out. I really did like the first one, but I didn't spend a huge amount of time with it, and it's good to see that it's across all platforms this time, so hopefully it will take off better than it did the first time, with its player base sort of getting rather small rather quickly. I mean, for God's sake, it was so satisfying calling in a Titan and having it smash into the ground. Genuinely one of the best bits about the game. So yeah, it'd be great having more people playing. It does feel like COD, just with more gameplay options, and whilst that's very cool, I do wonder when it's going to be released and how the Battlefield 1 release will affect it, because quite simply, Battlefield seems to be taking this year, and so I would rather it didn't have to fight Battlefield and hope that they do release it at least 2 months before or after Battlefield, just to give it the best chance, because I think it actually could be a brilliant title. For Star Wars Battlefront, there was nothing really shown or talked about, but it's good to hear about a strong development moving forwards with a number of new games, though there was some stupid mobile game which really not interested in. But yeah, it's no real big surprise seeing that Star Wars is such a huge franchise that we're going to get a load more games from them. Let's just hope that the next few games do improve greatly upon the first Battlefront that we saw this year, as overall it was rather lackluster from what we were expecting, with no single player and rather a limited online and limited gameplay options. So yeah, that could be brilliant. Now, finally, the best bit of the entire thing was Battlefield 1. I love Battlefield. I've always loved the series, and I am so pumped. Watching all the gameplay was phenomenal, and I'm so glad that they showed us gameplay and not just a trailer. And they showed us a lot of gameplay, really, really good. There's one way that you're going to show people that the game is awesome, is just to show us gameplay, don't just tell us about it. And the thing was, usually I'll watch the gameplay and I can pick up stuff that I think, oh, they should have done that better, or they should have added this, or why are they doing that? When watching the 3 matches that they did here, I literally couldn't find anything to question. Firstly, the graphics are phenomenal, like the rain falling on the guns and the weather effects being randomized again, getting rid of the levolution effects where you have like the blimp. It doesn't just fall in a single place, it can fall anywhere on the map due to the fact that it's controlled by humans. And all of these varieties really build upon what Battlefield 4 did, we'll ignore Hardline, and it turns what Levolution was, the written scripts, into something that actually could be really huge and player controlled. So very cool. General gameplay seems to have been refined once again, guns feeling really satisfying, something that Battlefield has always struggled with, but now it really feels like it's caught up to, dare I say it, the way that COD guns work. Not so much in gameplay, but just the feel of them. They feel like they're hard hitting and they're really doing damage. I've got to love the new tank class. Very weird and very interesting to see how this is going to play out, how it's an extra class. And I wonder if it is just the same number of classes as before. I might have missed it in the gameplay, but they didn't really talk about it, or they didn't show you the class selection, so there could be some new changes there. Also things like the bayonet charge, awesome. And the idea of charging through doors that have been closed is very cool. However, I don't really know when that's going to be useful. It might be at the start of a match before like the wall has been blown out. And talking of destruction, I am so happy that it seems to have returned to Bad Company 2 days of destruction. Everything looked like it could be destroyed, and I really hope that does stand up. They did say that every building on that map could come down, which is exactly what we need. We need to get back to the days of where everything you can see can just get leveled. Now, the important point for us is, thankfully, EA has really good 21x9 support, and so I expect Titanfall 2, Battlefront, and Battlefield to all have fantastic support. Unfortunately, things like FIFA, and I don't know about Madden, but they haven't had good 21x9 support in the past, and I don't think that FIFA 17 will have good support. We might have to see mods coming in, but we'll find out over the coming year. So it's a great start to the week of huge gaming news. I'll be chatting about my favourite stuff here as it's revealed over the next few days, and I want to hear what you guys think from each announcement. What is your favourite piece of news each day, as we're going to have so much coming out every single day of the week. Anyway, check out my channel for any other content, and I'll see you guys later this week.